Republican Donald Trump is in a better position against Democrat Joe Biden now than at any point in the 2020 campaign. The former president leads the current president in more than his share of registered voter polls, including some key states. But it seems plausible that these early polls are underestimating Biden's position. Unlike the usual expected dynamic where Democrats are expected to do better with higher turnout, it may benefit Biden if pollsters look at likely voters rather than all registered voters. In other words, Trump may be more successful in an election with higher turnout. Take a look at the New York TimesSiena College poll released earlier this month. Biden had a 2-point lead among likely voters. Both are within the margin of error. But when comparing likely and registered voters, this is a notable 4-point shift toward Biden. Now, I don't want to jump into too much agreement over a survey, but another pollster found something similar. The average of the last 2 surveys from Marquette University School of Law showed that the former president was ahead by 4 points among registered voters, while Biden and Trump were tied among likely voters. As in the Times data, this represents a 4-point shift toward Biden as we move from registered voters to likely voters. An October Grinnell College poll by Ann Selzer similarly found that 2020 Biden voters were 4 points more likely than 2020 Trump voters to say they would definitely vote. This would be a change quite different from what has been seen historically. Normally, Republicans gain about 2 points when moving from registered voters to likely voters. It's possible, of course, that the latest poll data is just statistical noise. But 2024 poll seems meaningful in context of both recent election and coalitions put together by Biden and Trump ahead of a possible rematch. Democrats like to point out that they did really well in last year's special elections. Indeed, Democratic candidates are running about 4 points better special state legislative and federal elections 2023 than Biden won the same districts 2020. However, turnout in these special elections is often lower. Compare these special elections to the regularly scheduled Virginia state legislature elections in early November. Control of both the state's lower house and upper house was at stake. While Democrats won control of both, Virginia is also a state that Biden won by 10 points in 2020. Democrats defeated Republicans by less than 2 points in the popular vote in both chambers. That's more than 8 points worse than Biden did in Virginia in 2020. Similarly, Republicans won the House popular vote by nearly 3 points in the 2022 midterm elections. That's a 6-point difference from the House popular vote in 2020. When Democrats won by nearly 3 points, turnout for midterms is much higher than for special elections. So why are Republicans doing better when turnout is higher? In terms of issues, many Democrats are considering Roe v. in 2002.